little wrestling podcast in the business. Your host BT and all his guests. You'll never know who he'll have next. Shooting the shiznit, shooting the shiznit. Best little wrestling podcast in the business. Shooting the shiznit. Shooting the shiznit, shooting the shiznit. Best
what kind of fucking Mickey Mouse operation is this? Hey, we're live. 304 Studios in Jonesboro, Arkansas. This is an STS Pod .club production. How the hell are you, Scotty?
I am good. It is 78 degrees, little wind. I just got back from the pool, so it's not that's been a pretty good day so far. How about yourself, boss?
Yeah. I don't want to talk about it. That temperature's too good for me, man. That's the kind of shit I like.
And it's like 20. Yeah, and it's like 22% humidity too. So
yeah, it's gonna be 87 here tomorrow, and I just want everybody to know this is called Talking About Weather with Scotty. It's a new feature of 5-minute time limit. I hope everybody enjoys it. By the way, everybody, 5-minute time limits every second Thursday of the month. Brought to you by Bear Meals and Vitality Chiropractic. If you enjoy the show, you want to show your appreciation, you can cash app the show at $BTSTS. We will also be doing an after show chat. So if you stick around after you do your 5 minutes, we'll be talking to all the guests on the screen at the same time. I promise you. Mm-hmm. I have not
question for you.
chewed a gummy. So what?
Oh, really? Not yet. Well, my God. Question for you. Have you ever got that sponsorship from Baha'i Guitar and Battery yet?
No, I haven't. I tried my best. I got one from Royal Furniture, Jolly Roll Furniture there in Memphis, who's been closed for 20 years. Scotty, mm-hmm. My counter don't work anymore. It's like I said, it's a damn Mickey Mouse operation over here. I have to get my iPhone out. We're going to start your 5 minutes right now. And I want to talk to you about something. As always, no one knows what the hell I'm going to say or what we're going to talk about unless it's a subject that, we talked about ahead of time, or it's a theme show. Tonight's not theme. I want to talk about a friend of ours, mine and yours, and Mike Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he had another great match on Memphis television. It will air this Saturday against AEW's Brian Keith. Tell me about why is Mike not working for TNA?
That is a real good question.
Or WWE, he is so good. He is so good.
Right. I mean, 20 years ago, they could have said it was his height. But, everybody's 5'6" now. And Mike is well taller than 5'6". I mean, when he first started wrestling, I could understand it because, they could say he was too skinny. Okay, he was too small. He was too young. That's a fair assessment. At this point, no, he's there. He should be there. On top of the fact, I know for a point that at least 80 to 90% of the stuff he does, he comes up with most of it anyways. So it's not like somebody's telling him what to do. He's putting his heart and soul into it, and you can tell.
I'll reach out to him after almost every match he has, especially recently, and he'll get on a streak where every match, he's in the main event against. Here's the deal. And you know this. We've always said you're not a great wrestler unless you can make someone that's not as good as you look good. Does that make sense? Okay.
Absolutely.
But Mike becomes a great, flawless wrestler when he's in the ring with someone that is either at his level or it might be just a bit better than him. Mm-hmm. Then he goes. That match is it's perfect. I don't know anything. Me. You used to send me messages. What would you have done in this match? And I would send you back some shit that I would have done. I wouldn't have done anything different. I mean, They're having some, and another guy, Tim Bosby's a guy to look out for. Huge, man. Have you seen him against Ziggler when Ziggler came in?
Mm-hmm.
This kid is huge, and he had a match with that Aries guy, and that Aries guy is green as grass, and he's not been in the business very long. But Bosby slowed him down a little bit. You could see it. You could see that he was doing move for move. Let's don't get too excited. And they had a damn good match.
Absolutely. Mike's great at what you call driving the bus, but when you put him in there against somebody he can sponge off of, he becomes that much better.
I talked to him, I had him here in the studio. He's only 3 people that's been in the studio sitting down here, and we plan to have you and your ex-tag team partner. But we started talking, and, it went forever. But we have been knowing each other for so long, and not really some of the stuff I had no idea about. I didn't know he was originally from Chicago. I didn't know this. I didn't know how he become a fan and all that stuff. And then we got in some, man, Mike is not scared to talk about racism or anything like that. He'll tell you what he thinks about it and whether he feels like he's been held back or anything like that. But, that's the thing about Memphis that I think has the opportunity helping people, I guess the best way, people of color, because Memphis is color. It's so mixed, and they don't see color on Memphis wrestling. You have so many people on there. I mean, main event featured 2 guys, right? Smack in the middle, So, and they have angles with women. They do everything they can to get people over, and if me and you want to bitch about something in the DMs, we can do that. But
never.
I work for the promotion. I ain't gonna shit on them like crazy. But there's things they do wrong, and there's things, I get pissy because of the empty chairs. Yeah. I don't think there should be empty chairs. If you're going to wait just a few minutes to get everybody in, let's wait a few minutes to get everybody in kind of thing.
Absolutely. Speaking of the evolution of Mike Anthony, did you hear today that Eli Dobbs got the tape library for the ASWF from 2006 to now?
I did.
Which means, yep. Oh, it's up.
Your time is up. Which also, me and you are on those tapes, by the way.
Yes, sir.
I'm on those tapes too, so I'm excited about that. All right, guys. Thank you, Scotty. Stick around, man. If you want to stick around. Man, I'm fixing to pick one of these new guys. I'm fixing to bust their cherry.
Uh-oh. New guy up.
They're cherry. What the hell's going on, Roach?
What up, man? Can you hear me just fine?
I can hear you fine. I love you guys from Who's Right. Nobody's got a real name.
Thanks, man.
Nobody. It's like I've got AtomicWaffle in here. I've got Roach. And I told y'all that, hell, I say where I'm from every time I start and I get so. Oh, who else I got? I got Bullet. That Bullet boy, that's a good looking man right there. Damn, Bullet's in here. Oh, we got Jesus came in too.
Yes, sir.
Damn, all y'all good looking men now. 2 Mexicans all in one place. Jesus, that sounds like a joke. 2 Mexicans were on a podcast and what didn't know. All right, I'm gonna start you 5 minutes now. Me and you talked, and there's a couple of things you just want to talk about, and I'm just gonna let you. What's your dealio with Sami Zayn?
Dude, I cannot stand him. Like, I know that's his whole character, but dude, he is such a whiny bitch, dude. I can't stand seeing him on the show. It's so annoying. So I get that he's favored and everything, and he's got a good name. It's just it really pissed me off whenever they took away Carmelo Hayes' title, the United States title, and they just gave it back to Sami Zayn at Mania, just so they would have Sami Zayn and Trick Williams at Mania. That pissed me off so much. I hated that.
I get what you're saying. Sammy's one of those guys who is pushed to the max, and then all of a sudden you see him in the background. I think if you study him as a wrestler, that's kind of what they need to do with everyone, and you're cycling people so we don't get tired of him. I like silly shit. I know we watched
Yeah.
we watched the Danhausen thing the other day, so I like silly shit, but I absolutely hated that gingerbread shit.
Really, that's the only thing that made me like Sami Zayn again, because there was a solid like week and a half that I hated him so much. The whole Carmelo Hayes thing really pissed me off and just made me dislike him way more than I should have. And then the gingerbread stuff made me laugh a lot. I thought
Oh
SmackDown
man,
was
I
fun
just
for
couldn't
that.
do it. And I mean, what do you think about Trick? You know, he came from NXT. I don't know if you watch
Oh
NXT,
man,
but what do you
I
think
love
about
Trick
him?
Williams. I love Trick Williams, dude. He's so fun. He's just one of those guys that as soon as you see him for the first time, it's like, dude, he's fun. He's just good. He's got it. He's probably not the most technical wrestler in the world, but I mean, he's just got it.
You said the perfect thing right there. He's got it. It
Yeah,
does not you. What is it? You can't teach that, kind of thing.
yeah,
But it is one of those things. Dusty Rhodes had charisma. He wasn't that
yep,
great built or anything, but he was over like a rover because he had it. And there's not a lot of guys that come up from like NXT and all of a sudden you see him. As soon as you see him wrestle, a long match, or you see his presentation when he's coming out. Oh my God, he looks like a star. He looks like the next world champion.
yeah. It's incredible. What'd you think of what's Ricky Saints, the guy with the pose on SmackDown? Have you seen much of him?
I like Ricky Saints. He was in AEW. I was a big fan of his in AEW, and then I quit watching. They retired Sting, and I was a huge Sting fan. And I told y'all the other day, I'm afraid they're going to kill somebody in AEW. Good. I like him. He has charisma. He still messes up sometimes, which is weird because he's been doing it for so long. But he's been compared to, by the people saying he's acts like The Rock or whatever. But when he walked out, did you see that reaction he got?
Yeah, it's incredible, dude.
It was already there. I mean, it's like everybody knew who he was, and him and Cody are real close friends. Cody got him in trouble during one of the WrestleManias because he was Cody's guest at WrestleMania, and he was working for AEW at the time. Starks, Ricky Starks. That's what he went as, is Ricky Starks. Did y'all finish Backlash? Anything on Backlash that pissed you off or you loved?
I keep falling asleep every time we watch them, man. We watch them so late at night that I keep falling asleep. Like we made it through everything up until the Tribal Chief and Jacob fought too, which I know Jacob loses. So I was kind of upset about that. Jacob's another one of those guys that just has it. I think he's incredible on the mic, and his wrestling is phenomenal. I love watching Jacob fight too.
I seen him. He was working for a promotion called MLW before he came to WWE, and I put him on my breakout stars list. We do it once a year. And I put it like 4 or 5 years ago. He was like number 10 on my list. I was like, man, this guy's going to be a star. Hell, I didn't pick Kurt Angle being a star. So, I'm not always right.
Right.
But by looking at him, and he's just added a little bit of this and that to his character, all the movement and stuff like that. It goes back to what I was talking about. His charisma's all over the place, but he's a hell of a wrestler. Just fun to watch, does all kinds of crazy shit. Big fan. I don't buy shirts, but I'm really seriously thinking about buying one of his shirts. So
yeah.
He put something on Instagram yesterday, or time's up, but the other day where he had he got a werewolf made, a necklace of werewolf, and it's platinum. Oh man, that's awesome. All right, Roach, stick around. We're talking the after show chat. Let's bring on somebody else.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Man, I'm sorry. I didn't pronounce your name right. You're Woach.
Yeah.
Nobody gets that in here except us. Who's right? Oh, Woach. All right. Will Radford. How the hell are you, Will?
I'm doing great, BT. How are you?
Oh, we can hear you. You're not going to have technical problems tonight. Awesome.
I hope
awesome,
not.
awesome. Hopefully not. I just jinxed it. Look, we won't hear a word you say from now on. No. Well, let me start your 5 minutes. What do you want to talk about tonight, man? Did you watch Backlash?
No, I'm just messing with you.
Oh, oh, fuck.
Yes, I watched Backlash. Enjoyed it. I watched it later. It had my son's graduating high school this year, and we had an event.
Well,
during
you
it.
should have told him you was going to watch Backlash. That
You know,
graduation shit. And then not like it happens once. Oh, okay, it does.
I mean, no, you're right, BT. You're right, but thankfully, the wonderful ESPN app lets you watch and delay. So that's always fun.
I do the VPN and I watch it on my Netflix. They think I'm in Australia, and so I'm able to watch all the pay-per-views and SmackDown and NXT right there on Netflix. But I'm hearing a lot of complaints, and since I'm not watching it live, then there might be some people here that's watched it live can kind of. But are you seeing all these? Everybody's complaining about commercials and not enough matches. Are you seeing that?
It feels like overkill when you're watching it on ESPN. It really does. Just all the commercials and the like when you're watching Raw on Netflix, you can generally pause and rewind
Right.
fairly easily. If you try to do that with the ESPN app, you're going to end up accidentally backing up an hour or just losing the feed altogether, having to restart it. And it's, at least that's my experience.
Wow. Yeah. That sounds like some early days of watching pay-per-views on the WWE network where you had so much messing up and glitches and everything. I find it strange, and I had some friends. We got into a Discord the other day, and we watched a bootleg version of Backlash, which I find hilarious that we're able to, with no problems, rewind, pause, fast forward, you name it, on the bootleg version that's on some website. And I had told the story when I was buying AEW pay-per-views, I had to. One night we were recording right after the pay-per-view, and it kept messing up on my TV screen, kept messing up. I had to go to the bootleg site, and then I had to tell them, give me an extra 30 minutes so that the last part of it would download. And I was like, oh, so I'm spending $50 and watching it on a bootleg site. So that's kind of like one of the reasons I quit. Now, there's many reasons why I quit doing AEW. I don't do hypodermic needles or cheese graters or chains or all that all in one match and then in 3 matches on the same show. It's like I'm waiting for somebody to get in a guillotine or something and just chop somebody's fucking head off.
Yeah. There's my wife actually comments on that. It's like she says they're always bleeding on AEW. Why? Yeah, like, well, this is AEW. It's so.
I think the WWE uses the blood when they should use the blood. Sometimes it's a mistake and you get busted wide open. But I thought the blood was good at WrestleMania. They used it for the 2 main events. I have no problem with that. I hate seeing a cage match with no blood. I hate it. I'm just no. I'd rather not even watch it. But it's one of those things where if it's more than it's just like a horror movie. You know, I love horror movies, but I like to be scared. I don't just want to sit and watch the blood squirting out somebody's butthole or something. I mean, maybe.
Yeah, like a well-timed F-bomb in a movie might really hit the right moment, but if it's 3 times in the same sentence, it doesn't have the same impact. And
I'm old enough to tell you that when Saturday Night Fever came out, that movie was the one that had the most F-bombs, and we loved it. So only because I was a kid and they were cussing a lot, but that, and then I guess you got all the gangster movies that did that too later on. So, But yeah, you're right. That's kind of like it is with AEW. It's like everybody's bleeding. So why are you bleeding? All right, guy. Will, thank you very much. I like your first name, by the way. So let me see who we're gonna bring on next. Let me see who all got in here. We got all kinds of peoples. I thought. All right, here we go. Thanks, Will. All right, King Davis. How the hell are you? Can't hear you. Still can't hear you. All right. We're removing you. I'm going to bring.
Oh, what's up?
Got the book. Look at this guy right there, y'all. Hey, girls, settle down. Settle down.
Come on. I'm taking ladies. How you doing, Brian?
Man?
Oh, I'm doing great. It's great to talk to you, man.
I know.
I've been hyping this up for a minute, dude.
I know it. I had every time I get in after show chat, if you guys, you are the best, but all three of you guys actually say something about, if y'all say something about the lore of who's right, you always throw in Shiznit guy.
I just love when you come in, dude. It's the most energetic thing. You can't help but to get excited, you know.
Well, I was naked last time I came in. Did you see that one?
A little bit, yeah. But hey, it was still good, dude.
I swung my shirt around, my underwear around, and said, "Doug, you said it was only going to be us," and then I just left. So I've got something else planned. So if you see something strange happening, it's probably me. Just put that.
I'm
way.
excited.
All right, let me get you 5 minutes started. Hold on.
All right.
You get 5 minutes to talk about wrestling. What's on your mind about wrestling tonight?
So how much you like the indie kind of? I know you're real deep in the indie stuff. So I don't know if this was just a WWE talk. Or
no, we talk about.
Okay.
Yeah, before we got started, I don't know if you were watching or listening. We were talking about Memphis wrestling. It's a mainly a YouTube show, but they air on the local channel in Memphis. I don't know if you know any history about Memphis, but it was one of the hubs, I guess you can say, a territory where wrestling, Hogan, Lawler, Dundee, everybody came through Memphis.
Yeah.
So I grew up in that area in this area in Jonesboro, Arkansas, and Missouri area. So when I went to high school, we didn't play things like Army or anything. I was Jerry Lawler, or I was.
Yeah,
I mean, that's all it was about. And so I do follow the indie guys for some of the shows, but I don't know. And this is the best way to say it. The indie guys that are trying to get a job sometimes do too much shit.
Yeah.
For 5 minutes, you're seeing
way too much.
Flip, flop, dive out of the ring, and you're just like, dude, you got to learn where to put the moves and how to do it and slow down. And I sound like I'm 100 years old. I'm back in my day.
No,
we
yeah.
had matches.
Hey, dude. I grew up on them stories, dude, with my parents telling me all them, like, actual good stories of wrestling. And now we just got, a lot of people, it's just mainstream, like streamlined nowadays. But if you pay attention to that indie stuff, you can find some like nice weirdo wrestlers. Like I've been paying attention to, Kid Bandit at all? They're just so weird, but I don't understand them, and it's just so like, what is going on? And they say they were trained by Cody Rhodes, and it's like, oh, okay, that's cool.
He has that Nightmare School, and Dustin, his brother, does that too. So there's a lot of guys coming. There's some people coming out. I don't know if you know the Armstrongs. There's some people coming out of, Road Dogg and his brother. There's some kids coming out of that school that are, man, they're damn good. They know,
yeah, dude,
yeah.
Some
and
tough
so
motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's weird to. Here's a weird thing. I don't know if you watch anything with Logan Paul. But Logan Paul had no idea there was indie wrestling.
Yes, I agree, dude. When I first, so I saw him when he was just like a YouTuber, bro. And seeing him like evolve, bro, like he was like the perfect heel, in my opinion, at least. Like he does such a good job in that role.
Oh, I agree. Yes.
Oh my God, bro.
Go back and watch his first match, and now watch the next match, and he is on some good stuff, some juice. He has gained like 25 pounds in all the right places. I'm like, dude, what are you on? But I'm saying he was talking to Cody maybe on the podcast, and he was like, there's other promotions. And I was like, what? So it's weird when you have somebody like that was not even a fan. You mentioned something really just off the cuff, but were your parents, your dad, your mom, were they wrestling fans too?
Oh yeah, big time, especially when they were younger. Like that's how I kind of learned about it, because when they got like married, they got into it a little bit more back then, and then I got born, so I had to learn about it, you know.
That's crazy. You know, my mom, that's where I get the love. I love my mama at. Is that she took me to my first wrestling. She had never been. And then from there on, my dad was like a weekend alcoholic. So he would give us money when he left for the weekend, and we'd go to the movies or go to wrestling. And so we went to wrestling, and then I just fell in love with it. It was like the best thing ever for me. And you know, I'm 59 years old now, and I'm still watching it, doing fucking podcasts, whatever.
That's how you know it's good, dude.
I guess it is. It's a great hobby, man. I hate the old thing, you know, the old, we're not supposed to say the F word, fake. And I just hate that because of the time. And I don't know if you were in there, but I was telling the boys the other day when I was watching that I did it for about 5 years. I didn't wrestle. I was a manager, and I could my knees fucking hurt. I mean, like crazy.
I bet, dude. Yeah, I've heard about it in your podcast. Yeah, I listened to a few episodes, and I actually like it.
Yeah, I got a bone to pick with Woach. Woach, motherfucker, says something about all my commercials on my podcast. Man, you gotta get up. You gotta get on that Patreon. There's no commercials.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
$3. All right, man. Your time's almost up. Stick around.
Okay, I want to say one more thing.
Right,
Thank you for having that suicide awareness thing at the very beginning of your show. That actually means a lot to me. My family's been affected by that, so I really respect that about you. I just wanted to say that, and thank you. Love my mama.
It's.
I thought you were just gonna kick me out. I'm used to Doug, so.
Awesome, man. It means a lot to me too. I went through bouts and bouts and bouts of depression. So, and probably in the last 20 minutes I have too, but it's just one of those things, you know, there's so many people out there doing that. So,
exactly,
all right, man,
bro.
We're going to throw you out, and we're going to bring in, thank you, man. I appreciate you coming. We're going to put in, woohoo!
Hi.
It's Duchess.
Hello. How are you?
Duchess, how the hell are you?
I'm doing great.
Stacy's still in here. She's breaking your
Woo,
record.
Stacy. I know. She's got the record this month. Or this year.
I was going to make her stand back there tonight. No, I'm just kidding. Stacy doesn't know this, but she was here last time. Yeah. And I have a setup. There's an extra camera over here. And I can push a button, and the camera would go directly to her. But when she came on the screen, it was just me talking to her back over here. I went back and looked at it, and I was like, man, what the hell was
technology?
It was like, I didn't push the right button. Scottie said in chat, the Memphis area takes you back to your grandpa's living room, set on Saturday mornings, and all these men cussing and hollering. You're right about that. Yeah, it was really. And King Davis said it was his uncle. My mom really didn't get into it, but she took me to the matches. So that was the cool thing, which she took me to the live matches. All right. So if this is the first time you've been with us, the Duchess, she comes to our show, and I always give her homework. And
I have to tell you, I didn't like my homework tonight.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good. So
I would like different homework on one particular subject next time.
Okay, here we go. 5 minutes. And I gave you an interview, a promo, and did I give he did a few new moves. I mean, moves at the end. His name is, and I don't remember what his name was in the UK. Mason Rook is his name in NXT now. And the reason I gave you him to look at is so many people are giving him hell online because he doesn't look like a wrestler. So tell me what your thoughts are.
You know, I think. Well, first of all, the move he did towards the end was fucking spectacular. So I mean, I can't do that. So I mean, so kudos to that. I think wrestling. I think there's all shapes and sizes in wrestling. I mean, I'm more of the retro wrestling from the '80s. Back in the 1900s there.
Right.
And and wrestlers didn't always look as sculpted as they do now. I mean, yeah, there were a few, but like Roddy Piper still had a little bit of a belly, and Andre the Giant did not look buff by any stretch of the imagination. And the Iron Sheik, they were big, they were solid, but they weren't like ripped and carved out like they are now. Which is fantastic, like great on them, technology and times and the ability to work out and do what they do. So good on this kid for shaking it up and breaking the mold a little bit. So keep
that's
them on
what
their toes.
I really liked about it. I saw a lot of complaints online. Who the hell is this? I don't know if you know.
You do a backflip off the fucking top rail.
Yeah, they released a lot. They released a lot of people right after WrestleMania, which is one of the things they always do. And I covered this on my WTF show, but everyone seems to cry. They let somebody go. It's the world. You don't always work the same place all the time. There's something that a lot of fans don't understand is that it's a business. It is a business, y'all. And
they're out to make money.
Make money.
Yep. This will stir it up. People will tune in to look at him just to see what it's about.
So.
It's ratings. It's all about
he's what they call the developmental with NXT. That's what they use. They usually bring guys like him in there first and let them learn the style of WWE. Some people don't understand. There's, if you go anywhere else,
different levels.
Well, there's different levels, but there is the psychology that the WWE uses is just basic psychology, and sometimes they come from an indie promotion that I'm not going to say they don't know psychology, but they don't use it as well. And the camera too. You got to know where the camera is, what you're going to be doing. I think one of the best things about this guy is, and I know there's going to be wrestling fans that say, well, that's the reason I don't like him, is that, I just got a message from Scotty. Oh, yeah, Scotty. Oh, yeah, buddy.
Share. No.
it
Share
wasn't Scotty I got. I'll just let you guess, Duchess. If it was about you, what was it? No, I didn't say that. But I like, when I was promoting wrestling, I had fat guys, skinny guys, tall guys. I like them all. The thing that people
There's a drop.
Yeah, there we go. I like them all, baby. Mason Rook looks like, here's the criticism.
Looks like a big farm boy.
He looks like Fan.
Yeah, he does.
And back in the day or whatever, people believe the wrestlers shouldn't look like a fan because then why is fans going to pay money to see a fan?
But they can see themselves in that. Like,
that's the way I always looked at it. And also, he's the fat kid. That's what he was.
He's a big boy, yeah.
He reminds me of, I know you don't know this guy, but he really reminds me of Kevin Owens. He's a current guy that's out with injury, but he in that mold where he doesn't look like a wrestler, but when he gets in the ring, he just shows out, just completely shows out. I'm a big fan. I'm going to try to stick with him, and I had not seen him in the UK or anything.
All right, well, I'll keep an eye out if you send me more assignments, but I have to tell you, I think I've developed an affinity for Danhausen. Because he now pops up like at random on my YouTube plays, and there is something so charmingly funny about him. It's an absolute riot. So
I agree.
I would like more assignments with Danhausen.
Duchess, I would not curse you. So yeah, I'm not gonna get you cursed like Danhausen. All right, guys, we're gonna drop out the Duchess here,
kicking me out.
Kicking you out. Stick around if you want to after
I
show
will.
chat. Here we go. We're going to pay for some bills.
Jackson, Tennessee, get ready to kick your summer off with a laugh as Highland Avenue Comedy brings the funny to Hub City Brewing Company June 6th at 8 p.m. Get ready for a night of nonstop laughs with some of the best comedians around. Whether you're out with friends or planning the perfect date night, you don't want to miss this show. Tickets are only $10, and you can get yours now at HubCityEvents.com and come enjoy some great drinks, great vibes, and even better comedy. Highland Avenue Comedy at Hub City Brewing Company June 6th at 8 p.m. Be there!
Are you ready? Every Friday night, the heat rises in Arkansas. The lights go down, the crowd gets loud, and MCW takes over. This is live, hard-hitting, in-your-face action at the MCW Arena, West Kaiser in Osceola, Arkansas. Doors open at 6:30, bell time at 8 p.m. sharp. Rivals explode, bodies hit the mat, and the stars of MCW leave it all in the ring. This ain't just wrestling. This is MCW. Tickets on sale right now. Don't wait. Be part of the action. Follow MCW on Facebook for the latest updates. And be there every Friday night. Or hear about it later. Card subject to change.
Don't miss Memphis Wrestling Live. Sunday, May 31st, Big Vito is coming to Memphis Wrestling. Sunday, June 14th, don't miss Memphis Wrestling legends JC Ice and Wolfie D, PG-13, are coming to Memphis Wrestling. Friday, June 19th, Memphis Wrestling is coming to Jackson, Tennessee. Join us live at the Picture Perfect Event Center. Thursday, June 25th, Memphis Wrestling tag teams with the Arkansas Travelers for Lucha Libre Night featuring WWE Luchador Gran Metalik. And Sunday, July 19th, for the first time ever, it's Memphis Wrestling versus KAW at Ghost River Brewing Company on Main Street. All tickets are on sale now. Get yours right now at memphiswrestling.tv.
All right. We're back from commercials. Thanks to our sponsors. Visit them. Go to the shows. Please. And we also sponsored by Vitality Chiropractic and Bear Meals tonight, along with who else? That's it right now. I have in the studio, man, you got Anthony's backdrop. I'm scared of you guys because eventually you're going to have my backdrop. So there you go. And there's somebody probably trying to get it right now. But welcome to the show. We're going to take 5 minutes. We're going to talk about something, but I appreciate you stopping by. You were the guy that was – we were watching the allegedly bootleg backlash, right? Allegedly. Yeah, I'm making sure I had the right person. Hold on, let me get the timer started. Back in the day, we used to have a timer on the screen, but for some reason, I can't get it to work now. All right, 5 minutes. All right, so did you finish Backlash?
So same with Roach. I watched everything except for the final match there. I know that Fatu lost, but what I saw Backlash was great. It was awesome. I
know you watch it on delay, but I had talked to one of the guys here about the commercials and everything. Are you seeing that? Because a lot of people are complaining about that.
So we watched Raw on Netflix a couple weeks ago. Not this last one, but maybe the one before or something like that. And I remember like by the second or third ad break, I was like, I miss watching this bootleg, because you just see like the awkward ad breaks without the ads where like they're just kind of like hovering around the ring or whatever for a minute. I'd take that any day over the gajillion ad breaks that they got. But
when the and this, oh God, this makes me sound so old what I'm fixing to say. When they came out with the VCR, from that time on, I cannot tell you. I never bought pay-per-views. I never did. People would mail them to me, or I had a cousin who had a bootleg satellite dish, and they would just tape the pay-per-views and they'd give them to me. I never watched live pay-per-views except for WrestleMania, and one of my friends always had a WrestleMania party, and it was really about just going to eat, not really watch, because I would go back and watch the matches that I really wanted to see because everybody was talking all the time. But I have a problem watching anything with commercials. So I've always fast forward through commercials for years. I'm talking 30 years. I haven't watched commercials and stuff. And I see that being the big complaint about the ESPN. ESPN app kind of fucked a lot of people.
Yeah, especially like, Raw's obviously still on Netflix, and if you have it Netflix internationally, like I know you use a VPN, you can watch.
Right, that's what I do. Yeah.
But even before ESPN, like it was nice to have SmackDown on Peacock and a couple other the PLEs, but ESPN sucks for everything. It's another problem I have with like the NFL, for instance, is a lot of NFL stuff is either on ESPN or you have to spend a fortune for a Sunday ticket. It's what kills a lot of sports. Unfortunately, viewership at least.
Yeah, well, the viewership of everything in especially in the U.S. has went down because of streaming services, and it's one of those things. When it all started, they thought it's going to cut in half. Well, it took a while, but it's almost cut in half now. And the only thing that people are watching is live events. So live wrestling, live sporting events, and then they're making so much money. Like to watch every NFL game, you have to be on either ESPN, all of them, every one of them, to Peacock, you name it, to actually watch all the games. I've always thought people stupid without coming out. What's your favorite team? Well, it's the Cowboys. Well, what we're going to do is we're just going to give you all the Cowboy games for, $150. But that is something else that I've been thinking about. I got a question for one of the guys here that I want to talk to about, but I'm going to ask you, do you feel like there's too much on television now when it comes to pro wrestling?
I mean, you could say that. I mean, as a casual fan, I love that it's more accessible than ever. But compared to back in the day when you had to actually you had to seek it out. There was maybe more. It was easier to keep kayfabe and stuff like that. Like modern day wrestling's definitely changed a lot. And but I personally like that it's accessible just because it's really easy to tune in and out of whatever I want,
Yeah, I get that. And here's what I like most about it is I had a show where I reviewed AEW shows and then I shit on them all the time, and I quit doing it because why do I want to watch something I don't like? And there's so much stuff that don't watch it. If you don't like WWE, don't watch it. If you don't like AEW, don't. I do 2 podcasts about pro wrestling in the 1991 and 1996. So, or 98. Yeah, 98 and 91. We're watching shows from there and reviewing them. So you can go on YouTube and watch something from any generation and you don't have to worry about it. But I see a lot of people saying there's just too much to keep up with. And it was like that one time before too. And I don't know if we'll see, I'm still talking, but wrestling usually has real highs and real lows, and we haven't seen a real low in a while, especially since the WWE and Roman Reigns. WrestleMania after WrestleMania, we've had breaking gates, and the monies went up, and me and you and everybody in this room couldn't get enough money up to go get one ticket to WrestleMania. So that's one of the only things I hate about it. All right, man. Thanks for joining us. Stick around if you want to. We'll be doing after show chat. All right. King Davis, I think you might be the last original. I got Jesus in here, but he said he's just here to watch. So, there's people like that. They just like to watch, if you know what I mean. All right, man. Jamie, the King, I'm fixing to start your timer. I want to ask you something because I don't know if I saw you in the audience for Mike Anthony against Brian Keith. Were you not there for that tape?
I was there. They beat out each other. Yeah.
That was a hell of a match, wasn't it?
Oh, it was. Well, all of them were good shows, but Mike saw it. Like y'all have been saying all show, He always puts on a good match. Did you happen to get the extra tidbit they did after the show?
Oh yeah. Don't say yeah.
I'm not going
spoiler
to.
alert. Spoiler. Yeah. I got the. After the show went off, I usually don't watch the extended part because I don't review the extended part. But since there was an extended part on there and it went off the way it went off, I was like, I don't know what they did with these guys afterwards. If you do Patreon, I do mention what it is on Patreon, what they do. But I'm assuming Dustin's going to show it on the next TV show. He always does that. And what's your thoughts on? Have y'all got to see any of the stuff that Hollywood Jimmy's doing?
I just watched it today to remind myself. But yeah, they were up there arguing. I don't know what happens next week.
Yeah, he's doing something where he's in charge, and Vince Russo put him in charge.
Bullshit, and they got a letter.
Yeah,
it's gonna be funny though.
I said this on the Patreon, but they actually contacted somebody in the promotion, contacted me about a storyline with Vince Russo, and we were going to the guy asked me my opinion of what the ending should be and who should it be with. And so I'm going to wait until this whole thing is over with Hollywood Jimmy, because I don't want to spoil anything. But when it's over, I'm going to talk about it on Patreon. The actual story is different now because they've thrown Jimmy in and Vince is not there anymore, but they got Vito coming in. So Vito's probably going to do something with it.
That makes sense. I could connect that together.
How was the crowd with Jimmy Valiant?
It was good. It wasn't crowded like it was the first time. But a lot of people, they really lined up the first time he was there. Then again, he was in Tupelo the night before.
Yeah.
A lot of folks went there to see. I went there to see him. And Dustin, thinking of that, Dustin said his cage match was the most redneck thing he'd ever done. He got beaten in Tupelo. They had a blindfold battle royal. They walked the guys out with blindfolds and tried to put them in the ring and throw each other out of the ring blindfolded.
I would have got up and left. I hate battle royals, and if I was in it, I would have never went out there. So I hated going out. I had a battle royal one night when I called myself a wrestler. And the wrestler said, we're going to let you be the next to last person out. And this guy's going to super kick Chris Champion. I don't know if you know that name, but
I don't know the name.
Chris is going to super kick you, and you're going to go over the top rope. I'd never been over the top rope. Everybody in the dressing room told me that Chris, when he super kicks you, he knocks you into the next week. So I'm having to go over the top rope. I'm having to get super kicked, still super kicked. So when it come time for the finish, I'm standing there going, oh, Lord help me. And he kicks me, and it just feels like a little baby just touched my head. I mean, it was nothing. But my fat ass then went over the top rope, head first into the concrete, and I ended up with the black eye. The videotape, if you see it, I'm going over the top rope, and my head is going down toward the concrete floor, and I'm like, oh. But yeah, they just ribbed me the whole night about how stiff he was and everything. But yeah, it just I am so happy that Memphis Wrestling, after this is 273, is still going. It feels like it's still going strong. They have some weak shows, but and it's one of those shows where they're just waiting to do something else. So kind of thing.
You're gonna have to shooting star. I don't talk to Dustin like I used to. He's always busy. But
yeah, we haven't been able to sit down and do any of that. He's got a few things that I really would like to know why they went one way instead of another.
He's getting PG-13 in there now.
All right, your time's up, but here's what I want to know. You want to take bets on if both of them show up or not?
Not really. No, they'll both show up, but will they get along for the 3 hours?
Well, they may be in separate parts of the. I mean, one on one end of the gimmicks and one on the other end of the gimmicks. Because I do know that
could be.
Wolfie always has problem with Jamie, but Jamie always has problem with everybody. Thanks, man, Jamie King Davis. I appreciate it. You were the only Jamie tonight. Wow. Hey guys, same bad time, same bad channel on the best little wrestling podcast in the business. Be there. And as everyone knows, man, y'all all know this by now. Y'all got to know this. I love my mama. If you're watching the live stream, we are ending the stream right now.